Hey guys, welcome back. In the last session, we have created the transaction repository interface, which is extending the JPR repository. Okay, why we have created this transaction repository? To store the transaction related details like transaction ID, sender account number, receiver account number, status of the transaction, what is the amount you have sent from sender to the receiver. All these transaction details will be auditing into the transaction table actually. Okay, so now in this session what I'll do is I'll be working on the transaction service class where you will be having a method where we will be writing a method to transfer the funds from the sender to the receiver. Okay, so in order to transfer the funds from the sender to the receiver, we will be from our transaction service, we will be making a asynchronous call to the account services by passing the sender account number. And once you pass the sender account number, we will be debiting the amount from the sender account number. And next time what we will be doing is, once we debit the amount from the sender account number, in the next call what we are doing is we will be adding the same amount back to the receiver account as well. Okay, let's do it actually. Okay, so let me create a transaction service class. Okay, so I'll be creating a transaction service class. So this is a transaction service class. Okay, so now this transaction service class will be annotated with a stereotype annotation called a service to become it is a service class. So now it is becoming a service class. Now, so as I told you, this transaction service class will be having a method called fund transfer. Will be having a method called fund transfer. This method will be taking the three arguments. One is the sender account number, one is the sender account number. The other one is the receiver or beneficiary account number, beneficiary account number. The other one is the amount, actual amount which you want to send it from the sender account to the receiver account. Okay, and once we perform the transaction, we will be returning the transaction details back. Okay, we will be returning the transaction details back. Let me write as a public. Let me write it as a public as the access specifier. Okay, now here we have the fund transfer method, right? So now first what we have to know, we have to the first thing what we have to do is we have to make a call. We are having the sender account number and we are having the beneficiary account number as well. Okay, now the first thing what you're going to do is you will be making a, or you will be making a asynchronous call to the asynchronous call to the account service. The account service is running on the port 8082. So I have the account service endpoint URI. See, the account service is running on the port 8082. This is the base URI for the account service. Okay, this is the base URI for the account service, and this is a complete URI for the debiting the amount from the account service, debiting the amount from the so and so account number. So if I want to credit it, I'll just have to change this to credit. Okay, so the amount will be credited actually. Okay, so first what we will do is, first we will be copying the base URI. We'll be copying the base URI, and I'll be creating a separate class for storing all these constants. Okay, so let me create a separate package for storing all these constants. I'll say um, bank constants. Okay, constants. Fine. So in this constants package, I'll be creating a Java class. So I'll say this NSK bank constants, NSK bank constants. So here what I'll do is I will be adding a the base URL for account services. I'll be giving a attribute name or property name as base URL, account service base URL. It is a string type. I'll say account service base URL. This is the account service base URL. Let me give the URL in the double quotations. Now we have the account service base URL with us. Okay, so now let's come back to the transaction service. Now I want this account service where it is the NSK bank constants account service base URL. I need it. So what I'll do is I'll be using the NSK bank constants. I'll be using the this is a public. Let me keep it as a public so that everyone can access it. I can access it in the other class as well. So account service base URL. This is the account service base URL. Now what I want to do is I want to, debit the amount, right? So for debiting the amount, so what are the things I need to pass it? I need to pass the account number, and after that I need to pass the slash debit, and I need to pass the amount. So these are the things I needed. These are the things I needed. Let me copy this one. Let me go to my IntelliJ. Let me paste it over here for time being. For time being. Okay, let me paste it over here. Correct. Okay, 1 minute. Let me copy it again. I'll be copying a complete URI. Okay, let me paste it over here. So up to here, it is the base URI. We will be having it, and we need these details. So we already have the sender account number. I'll be appending the sender account number. Let me append the sender account number as well. Okay, so let me append the sender account number. I'll say sender account number. After that, what it will be having? It will be having the endpoint URI, debit endpoint URI. So what I'll do is I'll directly go to the NSK banking constants. I'll say debit URI, debit underscore URI equals to, what is the debit URI? It should be slash debit, in small letters, slash debit question mark amount equals to. So this is the debit URI. Let me copy this. This is a string type as well. Paste it over here. Okay, so we have the debit URI. Let me take this debit URI as well. So let me come here, transaction service. Okay, so here I'll be adding the debit URI. I'll say NSK bank constants dot debit URI. So the debit URI would be having the all these details, like till here it will be having these details till amount equals to. Now what you have to do, you have to pass amount, right? So I'll be using amount. That's it. So I'll copy this into a separate variable. I'll say this as a debit URL. Okay, equals to debit URL. Now we have the debit URL. In the same way, we need the in the same way we need the credit URL as well. Okay, in the next session we will be constructing the credit URL as well. Okay, I don't want to extend the video, that's why I'm cutting the video over here. In the next video we will be working on the credit URL as well.